Hello.
The final morning of walking.
Yeah.
We didn't sleep great.
No.
I think because it's the final morning of walking.
Yeah, probably.
And yeah, we breakfast downstairs is at 8. We're gonna get there and eat quick so we can hit the road.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing between here and Muxia, so we do have to have something before we go. But we're also somewhat on, not like a time crunch, but we are on more of a clock today because we have a ride scheduled.
For 3 o'clock.
For 3 o'clock, yeah. Anything to report since yesterday? We
No.
went up the corner and had ciders and dinner.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was good. And then when we were walking back, the bagpiper was playing, which was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna head out. It's 15 kilometers, right? So it's like just under 9 miles.
No, it's just 9.5.
It must not be counting that last piece then.
Just 9.5 miles.
Okay. The Camino Ninja, which is the app we kind of use. It's not great, but it's the app we use. At least shows you if you're on the right way and stuff. Yeah. Not that you need it much on the Camino because it's so well markered, but anyway, it didn't update overnight and it changed a couple things. But so yeah. Anyway, and then after we get to the end, we'll get our certificates and then see what time it is. If we can let Matt know when we're ready to get picked up. So.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. We'll see you along the way.
See you along the way. Hello.
Hello. We had an unexpected cafe.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, there weren't supposed to be any, but there was. This little village, and we it was very crowded, very small, very crowded. So I got in line. Paul got a seat.
Yep.
And 2 of the women we've been leapfrogging with since yesterday, really, were in line with. So I was chatting with them, and they were like, "They're seating outside. Where did you lose your partner?" And I said, "Yeah, he got a seat. Oh, we're gonna go accost him. What's his name?" So then
they came out and they were like, "Oh, Paul." Like, oh, okay, you must have been talking to Rachel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we sat, we chatted, which was nice.
Yeah.
And now we're back headed off.
That's right. Hello.
Do you want to narrate what I'm going to show?
It's the water.
Here's the water. Our first view of the water by Muxia.
Yeah, so we're, I don't know, about 2 miles, maybe 2.25 from where we're gonna end. So
We've done the big uphill, which wasn't bad. Now it's basically downhill all the way there. So
yep,
that's what we're in the process of. We had our granola bars, walk and snack a little bit ago. So we're all fueled up. Oh, this is the font. Remember I told you?
No.
On the map it said there was a font and that gave you your first view of the ocean of Muxia. So we saw the view. Yeah. There's the font. Yep. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Anyway, so yeah, the just like in Fisterra, there's the city proper and then the actual end. In this case, it's much closer. It's less than a kilometer difference between those two.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's also not uphill.
Correct. So, all right. You
See
ready
you
for the
there.
grand finale?
Yeah.
All right. So, that stone.
Yeah.
Do you hear the music?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Drinking sangria.
Where are you drinking your sangria? By the cathedral in Santiago. Just like last year.
Just like that.
Watching the Pope's speech in Italian, translated into Spanish.
Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto. Questa è la pace di Cristo risuscitato.
Super helpful.
Hello. Goodbye.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
It's very sad.
Very sad, but my feet need a break.
Yeah. So today was a long day. Not really the walking part, but like just the day.
Yeah.
It was long.
Yeah, we walked to Muxia.
Right? We got there.
And that was like 9.5 miles.
Right. I think we talked about how we'd met at the cafe. We talked about that, I think.
Yeah.
But we met the German woman, the two women, we met the German one again a couple times. On the way in the way into town, and then at the library, which is where you get your Muxeria.
No, Muxiana.
Muxiana, yeah. We saw her there, but I was surprised we didn't actually see her at the very end. So
No.
and we never saw the Australian lady again. But we saw this guy who was like, "Hey, I recognize you," from like Wednesday, like from the very beginning of our walk, which was funny. Anyway, so yeah, we went to the end. It was beautiful, really beautiful.
Yep, the church wasn't open, but well, obviously the rocks were.
The rocks were open, yeah. We had 2 different people take pictures, so that was nice. We took pictures of them. And then we walked back into town, that kilometer or whatever, back into town. There was a cafe that was open, so we got some decent food there and some coffees. And then we had messaged Matt Smith and said, hey, we're going to go to this cafe. We'll be ready at any time after 2. We'd originally said 30. Anytime after 2, but like, we're fine to wait. He's like, no, 2 is fine. And literally I went to pay and I was walking back to the table and I hear a honk and he's just, pulling up right outside. Like it couldn't have been better timed. So he drove us back in. Very nice guy.
Yep.
Australian guy.
Australian? Or...
Yeah, he's Australian, he said.
Oh.
Originally. So anyway, so he drove us back to Santiago. And then once we got back, you go ahead from there. So we got back to Santiago.
We got our secret nun cookies.
Yeah.
Someone was very happy.
I wanted to bring something. I'd like to bring something back for work if I can. And secret nun cookies are both tasty, I'm sure. It's a mixed box we got the mixed box one. Plus I can tell them the story about the secret nun cookies. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, we got and then we got then we had a drink because I had to have a drink.
We got the drink, the sangria that we got last time, but honestly, this might be a tradition we need to not continue because those sangrias weren't that good and they were so expensive.
Well, they were very expensive.
Holy crud. Yeah. Anyway.
And then we went and got tattoos.
Yeah, which was originally scheduled for 6, but they opened at 4, and we're like, we're here, it's 4, and we're kind of ready. Let's go see, because they take walk-ins, and so they got us right in.
Yep.
And I like my tattoo. Do you like your tattoo?
Yep.
Okay, I saved pictures of them in the video so people will see them.
And
then we had a little fiasco where Rachel had a little bit of a meltdown. I don't handle travel stress, like the travel stress, well. And I admit this, like I'm good once I'm there, but the strain of like, oh my God, what if we don't get there? I don't handle it well.
we got there.
We
Just
did.
fine.
It's but it was something.
Yeah.
The reason we in this place that we're in, which is very nice, is that you can walk to the airport. It's like right up the street. Because we had heard that getting a cab out of Santiago over to the airport can be really, really difficult. And somehow, even though we knew that, and that's why we booked this place, I wasn't thinking about the fact that we still had to get today from Santiago over to the airport. Like, you think I would have connected? No, I didn't connect those two dots at all. So we did get over here, but it was a bit of the two cab companies I messaged were like, sorry, we're booked. Completely booked.
Yeah.
And then we tried to do the bus, that whole thing fell apart. Yeah. We eventually found a taxi at the bus station. The 15-minute bus, it's not even like a long distance, a 15-minute drive, but he got us here, which was nice.
Yeah.
And the lady here is super nice. And we found out, which we didn't realize, it's called the last 12K. And I wasn't really thinking of it, I'm like, it's over by the airport. Like, that's not, it actually is the 12 kilometers from Santiago on the Camino Francés, on the French way, which is kind of cool. So we'll walk that little bit back tomorrow to the airport. And that'll be good.
Yep.
We watched the new Pope
Oh yeah.
speech, Italian translated into Spanish. So not so much understanding of it, but we watched that and then ate some takeaway stuff that we got from town. So what's your overall takeaway of our 2 Caminos this year? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Yeah. The foot stuff, it'll take me a little bit to recover.
Yeah, recover for sure. But did it seriously like damage your experience?
No, it didn't damage my experience. It definitely made for some longer days, some days.
Yeah.
I could have done a lot better if I'd not had this.
Yeah.
But I think overall it was good.
Didn't you have a worst or best moment?
Well, the worst moment was still the
monastery.
The monastery, 2 miles after the monastery.
Yeah, that was pretty atrocious, yeah. And how about, do you have like any stand-up moments? Anything in particular?
Staying at the Abergay with you in the apple orchard was really nice.
That was the place with the pool.
And the other one I liked was the little Spanish lady telling me to be careful.
She was so sweet.
Because we didn't understand.
Casa Pepe. No, she because she had helped him the day before with carrying the ciders because he couldn't carry them both because of his arm. So she gave me the kisses and then she goes over to him and she's like, "Cuidado, cuidado." And she gave him this kisses. It was so sweet. That she was really, really sweet. And the dinner there was nice.
Yeah, it was.
With the other people too. So yeah, and today was nice because we made some pilgrim friends, and that's always nice. So, all right. Well, tomorrow is our travel day to Madrid. I'm not sure what we have planned. Not much of anything probably, and then home again.
The Prado, hopefully.
Oh yeah, maybe the Prado. We'll talk about that. We liked it there last time.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. Good night, all.
Night.